This segment of the news is brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office.
In this week's court report, the 21-year-old Pahrump man arrested on Saturday after being suspected of causing the death of his 6-month-old child made his first appearance in court Monday. Mitchell Robinson was advised that probable cause was found and bail was set at $5,000 cash or bond for the charge of child abuse, and no bail was set for the charge of murder. The court screened the defendant as to his financial status and appointed a public defender to represent Robinson. Then the court scheduled a formal arraignment for this Thursday, September 14th, and ordered the defendant to be remanded back to the custody of the Nye County Detention Center. Detectives say during their interview with Mitchell, he admitted to shaking the baby several times on the day the infant stopped breathing. Formal charges are still pending for Jerome Morris Johnson, the 63-year-old Pahrump man arrested in connection to a child pornography investigation. Detectives say they received information in late July that someone was in possession of and transmitting child pornography images via the internet at a residence in the 2000 block of Quebec Street. Detectives say during a police interview, Johnson, who resides at that residence, acknowledged his responsibility for possessing and transmitting child porn. Police searched electronic equipment belonging to Johnson and discovered more than 80 pornographic, extremely graphic images involving young, unidentified children engaged in sexual acts with unidentified adults. Johnson has an active cash bail or bond of $10,000 and is scheduled for an arraignment hearing in Justice Court October 31st. The 47-year-old Pahrump woman arrested after being accused of attempting to lure children into her vehicle at Ian Dortch Park, then allegedly exposing her breast, will be back in court tomorrow. Shauna Lee Gibbons is scheduled to appear in Justice Court for her pretrial hearing, which was previously continued per defense request. Notably, Gibbons recently had her case sent back down to Justice Court from District Court after District Court outlined the case's history. There are still no public details yet regarding the results of the formal psychological evaluation that Gibbons was ordered to undergo at Lakes Crossing. The defendant is facing the following formal charges: 2 counts of luring a child or mentally ill person and indecent exposure, first offense. Gibbons remains in custody, $8,140 cash or bond. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
Topping our news, Disney World is on track to reopen today after shutting down Sunday and Monday. The theme park's officials report Hurricane Irma whipped through with high winds and rain, but power stayed on. This is only the 5th time in 46 years the park was forced to close. A flotilla of cargo carrying gasoline from Europe is on the way to New York and might end up veering south, according to CNBC. Prices pumped up in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey as gas supplies out of Texas refiners were cut. AAA tracking shows gas prices nationwide are peaking, but prices should soon start to drop. Equifax is blaming Irma for longer waiting times to its call centers. Last week, the Credit Reporting Bureau admitted to a massive security breach involving 143 million consumers. Equifax is based in Atlanta and has call centers in Georgia and in Florida.
Thanks, Angela. American First National Bank is having a free seminar for small business owners.
This is for the small business owners in town, and we'd like to invite them to come to our bank at 3340 South Highway 160 on September 13th at 5:15. We are going to talk about small business needs, the lending side of it, give them information on the different types of loans that might be available to them, talk about our business accounts, and we'll feed them dinner after we're finished.
So who's going to be the speaker?
We're going to bring in Jan Kostling, who is our chief lender for Nevada. She's coming in from Houston, and Michael Bailey will also be there from Houston. And I'll just be serving food.
Is this a good opportunity for people who are even thinking about getting into business?
It's a good place to start to get some background information. All I would need is a call to the bank at 775-751-1773 just to let me know that you're coming and how many people you're bringing. Because I want to make sure, I'm Polish, I want to make sure everybody's fed.
I gotta ask, what's on the menu?
We are getting some of Pete's meats, so we're having shredded pork, shredded chicken, and a couple of his delicious sides.
And a wonderful seminar with just packed full of information.
It will be very helpful for the younger businesses as they're getting on their feet and they're starting to expand.
All right. Down there at the three-story bank building?
Yeah, the three-story bank building, the big red brick building just past Maverick.
And stay tuned. After this break, we'll tell you how you can put your old clothes to good use for veterans.